Hi, I'm Bill. I'm here with Jesse.
Hello.
We are the Minimalist Garden. We're here at Captain Avery Museum. I want to bring out the green, and some of these plants like this, we can pull them up and or just strip the dry stuff off of them. This is still very green. That means so it's still fixing carbon, which we want it to do. And if we can come over and kind of enhance its ability to do that, then it'll be able to help us with the climate situation for a prolonged period of time. We're fortunate to have this. See how nice and green that is, though? You just get these leaves off of it. And the leaves add a little bit of variety and some brownish kind of coloring to it. I like to bring out the green though, so that those plants can continue to clear the air for as long as possible. Now the dry stuff we think detracts, and there again, this is an exhibit, so we're here to exhibit these plants in their best light. They like that. All this really pays off when the plants appreciate that you appreciate them. This plant here is what they call Japanese sweetgrass. This here. See how easy this comes up? This doesn't belong here. It has a right to exist, but it doesn't belong here. And so and it's easy, and it comes out really easy because it has very shallow roots, which is its advantage and its vulnerability at the same time. So, and it's kind of a bully. So you have to come in and pull it out. Now, the thing about it is, I just want to show folks when you do this, and and if you can't do this is a really good project for your grandchildren to do. But see how nice this plant is here? This is not switchgrass. The switchgrass, and it's very prolific. You'll always have it. You can control it. But so that's seen its day. But this grass here, that's a desirable. So you see, in just a couple of minutes, I got all this. There again, all this material. We have a compost where we move it. Some of this you're going to pull out. Just remember all the organic matter. You want to keep it as close to the source as possible. So we are going to be coming in here, pulling up a lot of this organic stuff. This is dry, and there's still things coming in underneath it. So what I want to do is give those things a chance. Not only now, but in the spring. If we take this out now, and in the spring, everything that's laying dormant down there, just underneath, is going to not be inhibited by a bunch of dried stems and things sitting on top of it. There's a lot to be done here, though. You can come back anytime. See, you can come back anytime. Check that out. That's nice and green still. What else we got going on here? We can move some of these leaves out. But just remember, we're going to leave all this organic material we're going to leave here. So when we rake this up, we'll probably build a barrier. And there again, minimalist method, take what's here and incorporate it into the landscape. So we're going to build a little wall of leaves here, which will serve a couple of good purposes. Not the least of which is providing habitat for wildlife. Now, there is something to be said for leaving a certain amount of organic matter in there. And if you go to any larger project, like a step pool project, you'll see that they often put logs and stuff in there. And there's an ecological reason for that. Because I believe it's because it enhances the attraction of wildlife, which is often the equation that isn't the part of the equation that people don't consider. And that ought to be one of the first equations. A lot of people shy away from nature because, first of all, they have this notion that somehow it's dangerous to them. And, and that's not entirely untrue, of course, but a lot less true than most people think. We can see here, when we clear this out, that we've got a couple of different plants coming that have hair. We've got this one, which is done for the season, so we're going to clip that one out. But we've got this grass coming up. This is a matter of personal choice, of course. You don't have to do this. But it's a good thing to do, and it gives you the opportunity to interact. And that's what we're looking for. You want to get to the point where, the way I like to say it, the way we say in the Minimalist Garden is that you get to the point where the plants tell you what they want you to do. So you don't even really have to think about it when you get into that space where you're with them. And then your eyes, and then the vibration between your being and the being of the plants will naturally draw your attention to areas where the plants want to be nurtured a little bit. So here you are, you have a palette before you. You have your colors, and you have your tools, primarily your hands and or a clipper and a stick. Speaking of, remember the exercise of the stick, Jesse? Yeah. One thing, and this was for the older folks too, this is an excellent mental exercise. You carry that stick around, but then you get involved, you start to do something, you put the stick down. And then you move on, and then where the mental acuity comes in, or where at least the exercise for your brain comes in, is trying to remember what you did with it, So now we got to backtrack and try to find it. Aha, we're done.